So probably the worst Raw to be at would be the Slammys, because there's going to be a lot of talking and a lot of little video breaks. And you're really not going to see people walk down to the ring because they're just going to appear in the ring for their matches. So we'll go quickly through the Slammy Awards. I'm just going to read through a list because there's just way too many things to really truly focus on. So here we go. Hero in All of Us, Natalya, Roman Reigns, John Cena, Big Show, Titus. Let's be honest. It was Cena, then second probably have been Titus. Extreme Moment of the Year. Lesnar Taker, Pull Apart Brawl. Dean Ambrose powerbomb through a ladder at WrestleMania 31. Seth Rollins breaks John Cena's nose. Reigns snaps, destroys everyone at TLC. And Neville hits a splash off the ladder of Superstars. Out of that, the pull-apart brawl for Taker and Lesnar was awesome. Really great. But, I guess the people who vote for these things have the majority have a really short attention span. So, you gotta go with Reigns destroying everybody. OMG moment. Seth Rollins cashing in, Sheamus cashing in, Undertaker being abducted, Slid Del Sol off the ladder onto another ladder, and Lesnar destroys everyone. Thought it was weird that Extreme moment goes to Roman Reigns destroying everybody. Shocking moment goes to Kalisto, and not Brock Lesnar destroying everybody. That was insane. The people who were like, here it is. We are remembering the shoe of Michael Cole, and he annihilated everybody. It was amazing. But this is awesome moment. Lesnar destroying JJ's security car. Come on. He threw a car door into the freaking crowd and almost injured people. Orton's RKO at WrestleMania 31. Just sick. Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks making it the main roster. Was awesome. They didn't do much with it. The Shield reunites for the powerbomb with Brock and Ronda Rousey. I probably still want to go with Brock Lesnar just because if he won enough awards, maybe he would have shown up. I was waiting for it to be like Brock via satellite from like a tree stand because he's probably out hunting. He doesn't bow hunt, he arrow hunts. He just throws the arrows barehanded into his prey, or he's just stalking them. Like if you read way back in comics when Doomsday was first introduced, they show him like having a deer snip his hand and he breaks his neck. That's how I picture Brock and deer hunting. I picture him probably out there in a bear skin and just destroying animals with his bare hands and like skinning them in one motion. Because I picture Brock Lesnar doing everything in the most manliest way of madness possible. LOL moment of the year. The battle between E&C and New Day. That was Trombone versus Gazoo. The Bushwhackers Hall of Fame speech, kind of stretching. The Miz's Niagara commercial. The Authority dancing with New Day, man, we're stretching. And R-Truth. This is R-Truth when he thought he was in the Money in the Bank. Not when he thought he was in the championship tournament for Survivor Series, which was also awesome. John Cena U.S. Open Challenge. It was Cesaro, of course, because they didn't have Owens on there. The You Didn't Just Say That. Ambrose calling Rollins Justin Bieber. Johnny Idiot Face, Suplex City. Yeah, I mean, Suplex City. Have to go with that. Superstar Moment of the Year. Yep. You gotta go Steve Amell. Everything else just... Kevin Owens powerbombing the skinny guy. The cast of Entourage. And Zack Ryder. Jon Stewart eating an AA. Wayne Rooney. Hashtag of the Year, Suplex City. Instead of give Divas a chance, save the tables, Axelmania, RKO out of nowhere. That's good. Surprise Return of the Year, Jericho, Dudley's, Sting, Del Rio, and Demon Kane. So Sting, that works. Double Cross of the Year, Jon Stewart and Cena, Orton Authority, Paige against Charlotte and Becky, Stardust, Goldust, Miz Down Miz. Shouldn't it be Miz Down Miz? Man, oh God, there's so many of these things. On the bright side, there's almost no matches. I'll get through the matches here pretty quickly. Matches are taking like 5 minutes. Network show, Breaking Ground, still kind of new, but good show. Table for Three, freaking awesome. Table for Three is amazing. Swerved was okay. W24, they haven't done a lot of them, and the Stone Cold podcast. If you look at the podcast, you had Vince McMahon, Triple H, Page, Lesnar, Heyman, HBK. That's pretty stacked, but Table for Three just has some fantastic moments in it. Rivalry of the Year, Reigns Wyatt, Taker Lesnar, Cena Rusev? Man, I thought it was been Cena Owens. Bella Bad PCB, Orton Rollins. So Taker Lesnar made sense. Match of the Year, Cena Lesnar Rollins, Sting H, Cena Owens. Reigns versus Ziggler versus Owens versus Del Rio, and the Hell in a Cell between Lesnar and Taker. Good, that's not bad. Tag Team of the Year, New Day, Usos, Primetime Players, Kid, and Cesaro, Lucha Dragons. Usos. Weren't they injured like the majority of the year? So look at those tag teams. Kid and Cesaro, injuries. Took those guys out. Usos, you had injuries. Primetime Players, you had injuries and personal problems. So it just leaves New Day and the Lucha Dragons. New Day has been white hot the majority of this year. They don't get it. Breakout star. Owens, Neville, Charlotte, Breeze, and Strowman. Out of those, 2 of them have actually been there for a suitable amount of time. You know, to be considered a true breakout star. Charlotte and them showed up pretty much around SummerSlam time, which is pretty close to around the time Strowman showed up. And then Tyler Breeze showed up a couple of months ago. So, Neville or Owens? I think Owens had a much better first year, but they go to Neville. Diva of the Year. Nikki, Naomi, Paige, Sasha, and Charlotte. R-Truth, this was Paige. I guess Steve Harvey made a mistake at Miss Universe. Totally made a mistake. Saturn totally should have won that. Then it's like, oh, it was Nikki. Nikki comes out in, I guess, underwear and a body stocking. And she was kind of walking where you tell her neck is still messed up. But cut a very, very face promo. Like, this isn't just for me, it's for all the women in the back, all the women who come here and buy tickets, all the little girls sit there, and every woman who's in that ring, who's not in that ring, all the women all over the world. And it worked well. You could tell that she was, I think the Bellas are now multiple time Slammy Award winners. She was fighting Rollins, not Roman Reigns. Rollins showed up, on crutches, did a great job. He's like, whoever the champion is, I'm coming for my belt. Good. That works. Yes, that was your Slammys. Just Slammys. Which is the majority of the show. No Lesnar. Heyman came out and talked about it. Heyman was like, hey, Lesnar comes here for a fight, not to get an award. Over the weekend, Lesnar did take on Del Rio, which put that match on the network. I think you have 2 people who legitimately know how to fight. They would have put on a fantastic match. And then knowing that it would end up by DQ with Rusev for him, Rusev being an F5. Rusev, Lesnar. Had they not destroyed Rusev earlier this year, Rusev undefeated versus Lesnar would have been an amazing match to have had. At like a SummerSlam or a Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, or even a WrestleMania. And they kept Rusev undefeated, that would have been impressive. And Del Rio, Lesnar, would have just been a fantastic match to have seen. 2 guys who legitimately know how to fight, how to work a match. And with Lesnar wants you to fight stiff with him. And Del Rio works a really good stiff style. Those 2 probably had a fantastic match. But We're probably never going to see it. Unless they do a best of Brock Lesnar, which will be everything Brock Lesnar. But we had some matches. Kane took on Bray Wyatt. The other Wyatt family got involved, leading to a DQ. The Dudleys and Tommy Dreamer came down, made it 4-on-4. Discus clothesline. 1, 2, 3. Wyatt's victorious again. No post-match beatdown. There's a lot of bad blood, and I think that if you're going to defeat a guy and then have the other faces get in the ring, there should be that beatdown and like clear the ring moment. Just throwing that out there. When Owens didn't win, he yelled at Ziggler, which led those two having a match. They had a great match because it's two good, solid workhorses. Pop a powerbomb, 1, 2, 3. Match had great back and forth. Just want to see in a match. Good job. The Usos are being punished, having to take on all 3 members of the New Day. Do you think they overcame the odds and were successful? Yes, of course they were. All right, not a bad match. You know, they've got good chemistry, worked well. Xavier Woods hit the pin again, because that's his job. Your obligatory Divas match was Becky versus Brie. They've wrestled quite a few times. This time, Becky finally got that clean pin. Well, clean victory from the disarmer. Different seeing Brie work the arm, and then post-match, Becky still selling the arm. Those two have decent enough chemistry. The match was good. So it's the only Divas match of the night, but it was good for the obligatory Divas match. Rusev took on Neville. Rusev was victorious. Good match. Out the ring shenanigans from the League of Nations. Okay, not bad. Del Rio took on Swagger. He was victorious. Their matches are just meh. Swagger's really falling out of favor. Next week, Cena's coming back, so Cena will be an upgrade from the constant matches that Del Rio's had against Swagger. So there's that to look forward to. This steel cage match for your main event. Dean Ambrose took on Sheamus. So, of course, all the pre-match beat down by League of Nations. And I was like, man, if only there is a guy who Ambrose knows, who doesn't like the League of Nations, who would show up to help his brother. And then towards the end, Roman Reigns does get involved, which is good. Roman Reigns had a promo earlier. He was like, hey, I'm not sweating your old man, Vince. Not sweating you. And I beat the crap out of your husband. It's like, he's gone from Roman Reigns to Joe. Or to Liti. He's gone back to who he is when he gets to talk as who he normally is. Calm, cool, smile. He's like, hey, you gonna slap me? You go ahead and slap me. You slapped him before, I'm fine with it. It's not gonna hurt me. I'm your champion. Nice. Good. It's Roman Reigns being Roman Reigns. It's all we've really asked for the past, I don't know, like 2 years. To not have him be somebody else. You can probably see Stone Cold, but Stone Cold works well enough. Of course, to bring a steel chair into the ring. Sheamus gets beaten out with a steel chair. Eats the dirty deeds. Wasn't enough. Ambrose is trying to climb out. Ambrose and Sheamus fight on the way down. Ambrose falls. Sheamus eats another spear. Good. Roman Reigns goes out there for his friends. You can learn something, John Cena. If you're John Cena's friend, you're going to get fired, you're going to lose your job, everything's going to be horrible. Roman Reigns, he'll at least show up and get your back a little bit. So, beyond the tremendous amount of time wasted to the Slammys, I would absolutely hate to have bought a ticket to this show. Very little in the way of wrestling with all the Slammys. Good presenters. I see Santino come back. R-Truth, I think he killed it every time he was given the mic. Bo Dallas did a bit of Santa Claus. It's the Slammys, man. We went from an awesome week where we had, TLC followed by a pretty solid Raw, followed by your the NXT London. And now we've got the cool down week.